What's up, you copy me when I do my intro like everyone else? You ready for this? You think you can time it? What's going on, YouTube? Flamesword here, joined with MaNiaC. I tweeted out today to send me questions with Ask MaNiaC if you guys wanted your question to be in the video today. We just got finished recording episode 2 of Smooth Competition, so we were just chilling in my room. I believe Seth Skunk is streaming downstairs or making videos, so we can't use the downstairs space. So we brought a new little angle into
Prem is screaming in his room, so...
Dude, you just hear him? I heard him in the shower. I never heard anything before in the shower, and then I heard Krim scream.
So it's not even gaming anymore.
Yeah,
it's just
he's
wherever he's at, he's raging.
No, I mean gaming when I was just taking a shower.
Oh, I thought you meant he was in the shower raging.
I mean, I was in the shower, and I heard him yelling, and I never heard anyone else while I was in the bathroom unless someone knocked on my door. But let's get right into these questions. Antonio Olivos, or Olivos. I just butchered your name, and I apologize. But the homie Antonio asked, why aren't you going to Cali? So my reason that I'm not going to Cali this weekend is because everyone is really getting back into the Halo groove. Halo Championships is over. We have to figure out the next 2 people we do want to pick up. And I know if I go to Cali, meaning leaving tomorrow on a Wednesday, and we wouldn't be back till Monday, I don't have that time.
Pretty much same for me. I was just in Cali. I just got back a few days ago. I was in California for a week. I had my fun. I would love to go and like support the guys and stuff, but I was just out there, and like you said,
vacation.
It was a nice vacation. So I had my fun. I'd love to go back, but there's definitely a lot of Halo stuff coming up within like the next week, and we can't afford to really miss out on that.
Be on the lookout for the roster call. Next question comes from my buddy that I met at Michigan back-to-back last year and this year at Gamers for Giving. He always has some tricky questions. It is our buddy Sleight of Hand. He goes, if you were a genie and a person asked you, I wish you would not grant me this wish, what would you do?
So it's like a trick question?
Yeah, he always asks trick questions. Literally.
If you were a genie and a person asked you, I wish you would not grant me this, I wouldn't grant him the wish.
But then you did grant him a wish.
So
or I think, right? I wish you would not grant me this wish.
So if you don't grant him the wish,
then
it's granting him the wish. And if you grant him the wish to not grant him the wish, it's still granting him the wish. So that you lost.
My answer would be that I never offer that person the wish, or I would just go down to the next person. Hey, MaNiaC.
I'd just go back to my little genie thing and
your lamp.
Yeah, I'd go back in the lamp. I'm out.
From our buddy Isaias, @dam_Isaias. Would you rather get a Bugatti Veyron or a Ninja H2R? I have no idea what that Bugatti looks like, so I'm going to say the motorcycle because
I'm going to go Bugatti just because it's a Bugatti over a motorcycle.
Do you know what it looks like?
No.
I
wouldn't care. I'd rather say I have a Bugatti than a motorcycle.
Aaron @_AJ Nuffer asks, what's your favorite TV show you've ever watched? That's a tough one for me because I watch a lot of TV shows. I feel like you're probably going to say like Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
That's the only TV show I've watched and finished.
I was going to say, that means we're really good friends, but I just knew that's the only show you ever watched. I think I have like a lot of shows, but I think Entourage is definitely one of the ones up there just because I feel like there's a lot of relation to kind of our life and some of the stuff that happens, like the highs and lows of what they go through and stuff like that. And it's just the ultimate guy show. If you're a guy and you've never seen that show, I suggest to go watch it. @numbers asks, because your name, what your @ is ... How tall are you two? Literally, I feel like I get this question asked all the time. I tell everyone what I am. People always think I got like the Tom Cruise effect in the videos. They're always like, I thought he was like 6'2". I'm 5'7".
Wait, how tall is Tom Cruise?
5'7", I think, or 5'8", but he just looks tall.
Yeah, I would imagine him to be like 5'11" or something. I'm like 5'11" or 6 foot, something like that. With shoes, probably like 6 foot.
Hella jealous. Led @_Letatron asks, who picks up more girls in the club between the two of you? I feel like it varies. It depends.
I feel like
I feel like you have the higher...
I probably bounce around more.
Yeah.
But you...
Me and Nick's got an incredible middle game. I got an incredible close game. I feel like Bo just has like the perfect opening game. Like if we 3 became one person, it'd be unstoppable.
That's honestly how it goes because if we go to close, it is kind of like Bo's
open, middle,
Bo's does open.
Close.
I'll like dance and Mike somehow like leaving with them.
Our buddy Eddie DeRay @DoingItWrong. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? Dude, can you imagine a horse? Oh hell!
Probably imagine 100.
Well, ducks are like, swans are like in the top 5 most dangerous birds when they're in pairs.
Yeah, but just when they're in pairs?
I'd fight a 1 horse-sized duck.
Yeah, probably.
Because I could probably get away from that thing.
Yeah, I'd do the same.
But they're both scary.
100 little things attacking you? Fuck that.
Yeah, that's like the one question that we always ask. Like, can you imagine if like 50 10-year-olds came at you or 8-year-olds? Like, do you think you could stop them? After what happened to Cat Williams, I don't know, man.
I saw that video. You got manhandled.
Lewd Impact at Proton_SN. Who are your favorite teammates in the past, excluding each other? Mine probably have to be the first team I've ever won. Myself, Assault, Ace, and Enable with Tyler Hoyt, aka Diesel, our coach. It was just the first team I won on, and we were a team for 2-3 years, something like that. It was done. We were the average Joes, and we were the average Joes who pulled it off. And I've had the greatest time with those guys. I know who you're gonna say too.
Of course, I have to do the team I won with. Not because I'm just doing it for the team I won with, but my favorite team of all time would probably be, I don't know why, it's just like when you think back, like maybe in 5 years I'll think back to like this team, be like, this was my favorite or something like that. But as of now, just looking back at it and like kind of what we did together, myself, Demon D, Clutch, and Cloud, that team right there, those three right there, easily some of my favorite teammates. Even when we weren't a team together, we still teamed like separately with other people, and I've always been on and off teaming with those guys.
Dude, yeah,
so
you guys were all like combinations of duo. You Demon D, you Cloud, you Clutch. You guys were always some sort of duo. Tony Aguilar at T_Aguilar84 asks, if you guys could only have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
What comes to mind right away is Chinese, like some General
Really?
Tso's chicken. Either some Chinese or maybe like some chicken parm.
Yeah. So I think what I would get, I think it's called linguine di mare. It's either red or white pasta, and then it's a scallops, shrimp, clams, mussels.
Damn. See,
and,
I need to think of something like that.
I think there's one more fish, and then I always get it with the red sauce. It's fire.
Damn. See, my shit's so basic.
Remember when we went to the Italian restaurant in California? You, me, Ace, and possibly Clutch. With the that's amore, yeah, that place. What I got.
Oh really? I was actually back there in Cali.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
that
we
place.
went to that same place.
That place is fire. Garlic balls on deck.
Oh yeah.
Austin at LX Gibber asks, fave memory in either Optic house. I think mine, the best way I can answer this is that when I first moved into the Optic house, I was like, all right, I have no idea where my life is going to go from here. It is a complete black hole. Like, I have no idea what's at the other side of it. We'll see what happens. To 2 years later, seeing everyone grind day in and day out, and then all of a sudden moving into the Optic Scuff house and like, okay, the future is still a black hole. Don't know what's at the end of it, but good things continue happening.
I feel like, because I don't know what's gonna happen, and it, like, I came into it not knowing what's gonna happen. And then it's like, what, almost a year later, and I'm still like, I still don't know what's going on, but somehow I'm here, and it's like, we've all progressed so much.
That is crazy. I didn't even think about that. I just said 2 years, but I'm actually closing into 3 years.
Really? Yeah, I'm almost at my 1 year.
Okay.
I don't know what specifically my favorite memory would be. I had a nice birthday stream.
Matt at OGFan22. This homie is always supporting. Day in and day out.
It from day one.
Day one, he made it known that he was supporting us, and we appreciate it, man. He asked, what do you plan on doing after you are done with competitive gaming? I don't know if this means as a competitor, like as a player, but my whole ideal that I want to do is I want to play for X amount of time, and then at the end of it, if Nick is still playing, then I want to be the coach of the team, and I want to build from Nick and whatever player replaces me, or a completely new roster with Nick, to do that. And then after I'm done with my coaching life, kind of go into a studio gaming job. Like, I've met a lot of people in my time so far in the gaming industry, and I feel like there's probably a game developing job, some sort I probably could do that I probably would go into.
Of course, same with you, I'm sure. Of course, YouTube would continue.
Yeah.
But I would probably start going to like full-time music production. And just try to like make beats.
Dude, I remember from day one you moving in, I was like, dude, Nick, work on your music, man. Yeah. You put on some pretty good beats, let them listen to them, and let them decide.
It's very time consuming to learn all that stuff. So as far as like trying to go to the gym, YouTube, and gaming, that's full time right there. Like, that's more than full time. That's your day right there. So it's hard to like work that in, but it's definitely something I'm interested in doing in the future.
I can't even say you're at, but Tyler, just know I appreciate this question. What was the scariest moment of your life? Dude, no no bullshit, scariest moment of my life. I've jumped out of a plane. I've almost like killed myself with 2 other people when I crashed Big T's car that one time. And still, even after all those stuff, the scariest thing was I had to get an endoscopy, and I think you had to get one too at one point.
Colonoscopy?
No, okay, I had to get an endoscopy tube down your mouth
Oh, really?
into your stomach. And when they were putting the IV on me, I guess because like I had no idea what was happening, that it's, like I've gotten blood work before and needles never bothered me, but as soon as they put this needle in and put the tube in me to like get all the whatever had to be put in my body to knock me out, I had a panic attack.
Really?
Like I don't know, I'm gonna classify it as a panic attack now. I don't really know if it was, but in my opinion, it just had to be because I didn't know what was gonna happen after it got into me. But I like passed out for like 5-6 seconds, and my mom was like shaking me, and then I came back to it and like quickly knew where I was, and was like, "Whoa, that was weird." It was just like complete lightheaded.
Was that just from like seeing your blood or something?
No, I didn't see blood. It was just as soon as it hit it. And they put the tube. Well, they kind of explained that there could have been an air pocket in it, and it like
really?
did something to me. But I thought that it was just possible that it, like I didn't know what was gonna happen when the tube was in my stomach, so like I just probably freaked out as soon as something actually happens.
My scariest moment was my first real. I would say I've had 2 panic attacks in my life. Yours is not like mine. Like yours is more described as like passing out.
Yeah.
Mine was like fucking torture for like 8 hours straight. So I was actually at the TLN house, and I was at like a really bad time in my life. It was like right after my dad passing, and I was like super depressed and just like the shittiest time of my life. And for some reason, I just started. I was like laying down at night. My heart was just like beating. I guess I was like super stressed or whatever. My heart was like beating, and I was like, "Why is my heart beating so fast?" And then just the more I was like worrying about it, the faster my heart was beating. And it was freaking me out. Nothing like this has ever happened to me in my life. And I literally thought my heart was going to explode. I was like, I remember in the clutch was there, and I was asking him if like I should go to the hospital. He was like, "No, man, like you're fine. You're just like having a panic attack, or like, just calm down, like you're fine." But that didn't help. I was freaking out. I wasn't freaking out like walking. Actually, I do remember I went into the bathroom and just like sat there on the toilet. I'd like pace around in the bathroom and shit. My heart was beating so fast. I literally thought it was going to explode. Like I thought I was going to die that night. And that was definitely the scariest time of my life. And I ended up laying on the couch for like 6 to like 8 hours of just like pure thumping in my chest.
Well,
and I thought I was going to die.
We're happy you didn't.
Like
Dude,
I was literally laying there. I was like, I might die. Like I could just pass out. My heart could explode.
I don't even want to classify what mine was a panic attack. Mine just had to straight up be something went wrong with that too. Made me pass out, or I freaked out and just passed out. Yeah, I got scared, I guess. Scariest moment. One more trick question from our buddy at O Decoy. Why do we drive on parkways but park on driveways?
What's a parkway? Like a highway?
See, I think this guy's from Jersey because I understood this question immediately because in Jersey, New York, there's something called a parkway.
Oh, really?
So that's a Jersey question, and like again,
I'm
I
assuming
have no idea.
so because I'm not sure what I'd call it a highway. If anything.
Yeah, a highway, freeway.
But that is true. Why do we drive on driveways, or why do we
park on driveways? No one will ever know, man. That is going to do it for today, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this video with MaNiaC. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe. This is your boy Flamesword and MaNiaC. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.